Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Appreciate you guys clicking on the video and the support as always. In this video, we're going to look at our number 4 video on ATV slash UTV essential gear. In the first video 1, we did first aid. Second one was trail tools, so different tools that you have on the trail. Part 3 was our recovery gear. This is part 4. This is going to be more focused on our survival gear. I've already done one video on your 5 must-have items on your ATV or side-by-side. I'm going to put that link in the description. It goes in a little bit more detail of the 5 main items. And then, of course, in this video, I'll show a few other ones that I like to keep on the bike. And so yeah, let's get at her. Guys, so before we get started, I just wanted to let you know maybe you should go check out part 1, 2, and 3 on the other items for your ATV or side-by-side. And after I do all these videos this coming spring, I plan on doing a scenario video where the bike breaks down, I get a flat tire, something, maybe I'll get stuck, and I'll spend the night out in the woods with just the items that I showed you guys. And yeah, it'll be a little scenario video and kind of give some tips and pointers for that too. So yep. Let's get on with the video. So I guess we'll start with the number 1 item. Last time I had just a plastic tarp from Canadian Tire or from Princess Auto, the cheap way. I actually was contacted by this company, One Wind Outdoors. They were wanting to sponsor the channel, so I had a look through their gear. They have a bunch of different stuff on their website. Maybe I'll put their link down in the description if you guys want to go check them out. I don't get anything from it, so not a plug like that, but I asked them to try out a hammock. I've never tried out a hammock. I know a bunch of my friends that are into the bushcraft scene. You know, my buddy Josh Gammon there in Fredericton, he goes hammock camping. He swears by it. There's a few others that I hit up as soon as I was asked. I wanted to learn a little bit about hammocks. So this is your cover. This is probably one of the most, if not the most, next to maybe fire, that you're gonna want. And the hammock's kind of nice to get you up off the ground. You can outfit these for winter and summer. This one right now is just for the summer, and it doesn't have the rain fly. So I'm going to have the hammock, plus still have my plastic 10x10 tarp to use as a rain fly. So I'm going to use those together, and maybe in the future I'll pick up a rain fly from these guys too, or somebody else. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, so big thank you to One Wind Outdoors for supporting my channel, and yeah, can't wait to try this out. All right, so the second thing in our survival kit, and of course this is going to be depending on your climate. If you guys live in different climates, I'm personally in Eastern Canada. We have a wide range, depending if summer it can get up to plus 30, 35 Celsius. I'll put the conversion to Fahrenheit down in the bottom. And then in the winter, of course, we can have a day like today where it's, you know, maybe about -5 to go all the way down to about -30 usually. So it can be a huge range. This kit does change in summer and winter, but these are some of the things I always keep in. So the second thing for me is a way to make a fire. Fire keeps you warm, keeps animals away, keeps the boogeyman away, as Survivor Man said. And it's true, man. Like sometimes you're out there in the woods, it gets pretty dark, especially if you're by yourself. Not everyone has a guard dog like me to keep you safe, but yeah, just a classic Bic lighter. I've got probably 3 or 4 of them, usually 1 in my pocket and then 2 in my kit in different areas. There's no better way to start a fire than that. Of course, I keep a few all-weather matches too in my kit. I like to have these ferrocerium rods. This is one that I actually made myself. I bought the rod off of either eBay or Amazon, then I just carved a little handle, drilled a hole, put her in. I actually made one for, I gave one away in a giveaway, and I gave some away to my family. And then cotton balls and Vaseline, and I usually have some newspaper stored too, especially in the winter. Cotton balls, Vaseline though, that's about as easy and cheap a way to make sure you're going to have a fire. So yeah, of course where I'm at too in Eastern Canada, there's always lots of birch trees, so you can get the birch bark off that. So that's part 2, which is for me one of the most important with cover is your way of making fire. All right, our third item to have for survival items on your machine would be a cutting tool. I have this Moron knife. This is one that I just leave on the bike. You know, it's gotten a bit still super sharp. I sharpened it the other day. But this one here is the carbon steel, so it will rust. They do make them in stainless steel, so if you want to go that route too, especially things get wet and moist on the bike there. So yeah, this one here is the Moron knife. It's always good to have a cutting tool, you know, carving little things, you know, cutting your cordage, your rope, whatever you need, and of course processing meat, defending yourself, whatever else you need it for. But cutting tool is always good. I don't always have this. This is kind of just my knife that I have on the bike. I always have a multi-tool, which obviously has a little knife and a saw on it. This one happens to be the Leatherman Sidekick. This is one I bring every single day. I go to work every day with it. When I'm at home and I'm going to Home Depot or Kent to get supplies, I have this on me. Go to the mall, if I'm going on a date with the wife, I always have it on me no matter what. And along with that, I always have one that I leave in my ATV. This one here is actually another Leatherman. This one's the Leatherman Wave, a few different tools on it. I leave that on my bike in case, for whatever reason, if I was to lose this, you know, in the sitting position, if it was to come loose and I lost it in the trail, I always have a spare one that I leave on the bike. I just leave it in that front compartment. So yeah, your number 3 item, great one to have, would be a cutting tool. I think most of you guys would already know that. And 4 is pretty simple. It's just a container. This one here is just a cheap stainless steel, and I painted it black with some fireplace paint so it can go in the fire and stuff doesn't stick to it as much. But if you're out and you end up getting stuck out there, you can get water out of the brook and you can take the chance with drinking it if you need to, and of course I would if I had to. But it's always good to boil the water, and that way you kill anything in it. That's why it's important to have a metal container. A lot of people bring water with them, but it's usually in plastic containers. So to go along with your container, if you don't have a metal one, or if you just wanted to bring this too, I also bring this with me. This is a water filtration system. This one here is a Sawyer squeeze. Basically you fill this bag up, screw it on, and you can pour out the water. It filters 99.999 whatever % of any pathogens that are in the water. And I use this one actually a lot. I don't always show it on the video, but whenever I run out of water and I come by a stream, I'll usually filter out some water and fill up my metal canteen. But you don't have to get this one. This is just the one that I have. They make the Life straws. I don't know how good they are. The Life straws are only around like 20 some bucks, maybe between 20 and 30 bucks Canadian. States, you guys probably pay 10 bucks for them, but these ones here are definitely proven, and I really like this. I have a few extra filters, so whenever I feel like this one's getting tired or old, throw it away, use another filter. So, you know, if you have a metal canteen to boil, you can make some warm tea at night. And then this, because if you ever drank boiled water, once it cools down, it doesn't taste the best. So that's where the filter comes in. Right. Another good thing to have that's super hard to replicate out in the bush, if you were to get lost, stuck, or whatever, is rope or cordage. This here is 550 paracord. You can order off the internet. It's not that expensive. I actually have some more coming because this is all I have left. There's maybe, I don't know, maybe 20 feet or so there. So I've been using it a lot on my winter tents. So my guy lines are all tied out with 550 paracord. It's nice and strong. But yeah, like I said, it's super hard to replicate rope or cordage out in the bush. You can, if you wanted to dig up spruce roots and try and tie them together. I've seen guys do it. I've actually seen a guy over in Newfoundland make a noose and catch a spruce grouse out of the tree with it, but spruce grouse are dumb, but he did do it, and it was in the winter, so it is possible. That was actually William Markham, so you guys should check out his channel. He's really good. He's always cooking up good stuff and hunting and fishing, so he's really good. But yeah, this is a really good thing to have. It doesn't have to be paracord.
I have like a tow rope in the back, you could use that. Jute twine, I have a few different ropes over there too, just for other things, but rope is a real good thing to have. All right, so that's it for the main items, the top 5 things, or the 5 C's of survivability. If you guys watch Dave Canterbury, who I've been watching probably 15 years on YouTube, that's his ideas, the 5 C's of survivability. Then he upgrades it to the 10 C's. I try and get those videos and I'll put them in the link, or in the description, sorry. So after those items, it's all stuff that'll just for comfort, to help you out a lot more. So something I like to bring with me every single time is an axe. Either that one or this one. Generally I just take my hatchet because it's smaller and the ATV doesn't have a ton of room. They're both Fiskars axes. This one I've had for probably 20 years. It's razor sharp, trust me, my shin knows that. For all you young guys out there, don't go drinking like 10, 11 beers and then try split some wood for your friends, or you could hit yourself in the shin. But yeah, I love that axe. It's great, durable as hell. I have not treated it very good. I don't even really take care of it. It's still here, it's tough as hell. And I think for the money, Fiskars axes made in Finland are the toughest. I mean, you can go out and buy the fancy Bransford Brooks axes and stuff, but if you're gonna have it on your ATV or side-by-side, it's gonna get destroyed. Why spend $300 on a beautiful Bransford Brooks axe and just beat the hell out of it on the ATV? You can go buy one of these for, you know, I think this one was about 30 bucks for the hatchet. That was maybe back in the day, I think that was about 25. Obviously it's gone up now, it's probably 50 now, but this is the Fiskars hatchet. And I had a friend of mine, Ray outside. He's been a long time subscriber and a huge supporter of my channel. He started doing a little bit of leather work and he made a little custom sheath for it with a little belt loop. So thanks again for that, Ray. I really do appreciate it, and looks great. Along with the axe, generally, like I said, I usually bring my hatchet. I'll usually bring a saw. My early videos, I always use this. This is just a buck handsaw, and I don't bring this one as much with me anymore. It is nice, small and compact, and will fit into like small little compartments, which is nice. You need a clear brush or cut up like little limbs. But once you get into the bigger stuff, having only about a, what is that, about a 7-inch blade, maybe. Not the best for cutting trees or anything, but it's still a great little saw. I upgraded to this. This is the Agawa Canyon is the brand, or the and this is the Boreal 21 folding saw. So basically she just folds out, and this turns into a little 21-inch buck saw. And you guys see this in all my videos. Love this little this little saw. Works great, super sharp. And if you guys are into the bushcraft videos, you'll notice a lot of people have this saw. When I go out winter riding, and especially winter camping, I like bringing this little aluminum folding shovel with me. This is just a cheapy Amazon buy. It hasn't bent or broken yet. I've tried to find them again because I was going to buy an extra one to have and give to my dad and my brother and them, but I haven't been able to find this exact same one. Maybe one of you guys know where I can find it, let me know. But I love that little love this little shovel. It's great. Folds up pretty small. Put it away. So another thing I always bring on my trips, even though you guys don't see it, and it was probably the most mentioned thing in all the other videos that I put out, even in my recovery gear video, people were saying, how come you don't have toilet paper? I was like, wow, this video is about recovery gear. But anyways, I do carry toilet paper. I just unspool it, keep it in a little Ziploc bag, and I usually have it in my book bag, but I always have toilet paper on me. I like to have a good flashlight. This one was sent to me actually by Through Night. They sent me two, so one's going to be a giveaway and one I'm going to keep, but it's super bright. I wish it has 2 on-off buttons because there's different settings on it, but if it was up to me, I would just have an on and an off. I don't really mess around with different settings, but Through Night actually sent me a really nice headlamp too, so I Didn't bring my headlamp out with me, but I do always keep my headlamp on me, especially on those camping trips. In the winter it gets dark early, but it's a super bright flashlight. I love that flashlight, it's great. So this is a comfort thing, but I don't know why more people don't do it. This is on me all the time. You guys don't see it in any of my videos, but it's basically like an emergency food kit. This is one of those freeze-dried meals. You just boil the water, you add it in, stir it around, let it sit for probably 10 minutes or so, and it's good to eat. And it has a lot of calories, and it's super small and compact, so you can put it anywhere. And yeah, if you're starving or cold at night, you eat something nice and hot like this. This one happens to be Kung Pao chicken.
It's the Kung Pao. George likes his chicken spicy.
So yeah, I like spicy chicken, and along with that, I'll usually keep a few of these. Like this one here happens to be Crystal Light, but you can get squirshers or whatever they're called. There's different kinds. It's just flavoring for your water. Usually has some electrolytes in it. Usually keep, you know, a little handful of those in the pack. If you want to filter some water and make it taste okay. I don't mind the taste of plain water. It doesn't bother me at all, but maybe if you're bored of it, you can add something like that, get a little bit of electrolytes back in your body. So yeah, some food ration and a little bit of something to add to your drink to give you a little thing. You can keep Gatorade or whatever you like, but I think that's a must-have for sure. This here is just snare wire, the stainless steel kind. I got the stainless steel because it's stronger than the brass. A little harder to work with, but it's stronger. You can use that obviously for if you are stuck in the woods. You can make some snares for rabbits or squirrels. Grouse too, they're not overly smart, but mostly rabbits and squirrels you can catch with that. Obviously having metal wire is never bad. We've used it a few times to fix different items, you know, wrap it around, maybe a piece that broke, put together, wrap it around metal wires. A lot stronger than say plastic zip ties. So metal wire is never a bad thing to have. This happens to just be stainless steel snare wire. All right, of course, a good pair of gloves is always good to have. I really like leather, especially for working around campsite, or these ones are just like my working around the yard gloves. Put a nice coat of either mink oil or Arctic dubbing on them. Really loosens up leather. If it's winter, I'll usually have a thicker pair, some insulation, and if I'm riding, I'll usually have an even bigger pair, like a pair of mitts that really breaks the wind. These ones aren't too bad. These have been really good gloves. I love those. I've never been able to find them. I think my brother gave me these. He probably got them at work, his old work, but they have deer hide palms, and these ones are almost worn out, which sucks, 'cause it's my last pair. And of course, just a leather pair of riding gloves, which I use on the ATV. I always like keeping an extra tube, usually blaze orange, because if you are broke down or you're stuck, you don't want to have camo and you're hiding from people. You guys want to get seen. Blaze orange is about the best color, so you can be seen. So I like keeping that. And if it's deer season and I want to get off, or any hunting season, we have moose, bear, everything up here, so put that on and hopefully no one takes a shot at you. So a good warm hat and gloves is always good to have around camp. All right, guys. Well, beer's gone. I think I've gone over pretty much everything I take. Of course, there's always going to be some takeaway or some added, depending on the weather. If obviously it's winter, you're going to want to have nice warm winter clothes, and if you're camping, a change of clothes, especially your socks and like a t-shirt, something that would take up a lot of your moisture from your body. You don't want to go to bed with that stuff on, so it's good to have that sort of stuff. I'm not going to go through absolutely every single thing. This video would be 40 minutes long. So anyways, I hope I hit on pretty much all the main topics. If I might have forgot something, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Anyways, hopefully you guys like that video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. As always, subscribe. That really helps out my channel. Share the video, share my channel. I really appreciate it, and it'll help support me make videos in the future. So I have some ribs on my smoker. My kid just woke up from her nap. I can see her in the window, so I gotta go take care of that. It's been a busy year so far with work and with my newborn boy. He
was born premature. Everything's healthy, of course, but just lately he hasn't been sleeping really great, so I've been staying home a lot more. I haven't been able to get out riding or camping to help out my wife. So yeah, family does come first as always. And yeah, we're gonna, oh, I can hear Wendell, just wait. Oh, hey, what you doing, bud? Come here. Ah. Say hello to everybody. Everybody's wondering where you're at. So yeah, guys, I appreciate the support as always. Hope you guys are having a good start to the year. And with any luck, we'll be able to get out for a ride and a camping trip. Thanks again for all the support and the patience. I'll see you guys on the next video. Cheers. Well, I know if I didn't show ribs, somebody would say something. So right now I'm at 220. I usually do this for about 2.5 hours, unwrapped. And then I will, of course I spritz them all along with usually some apple juice and apple cider vinegar. Then I'll wrap them in tin foil. I don't stand a chance. Whoa!
Oh, wow.
Whoa!